You think you can spot a toxic person easily. You think they show up angry. You think they yell. You think they push you around. Wrong. Toxic people rarely look toxic at first. They smile. They sound calm. They act caring. They ask questions. And that's the scary part. They don't attack you with insults. They don't openly disrespect you. They use questions. Simple questions. Normal-sounding questions. Questions that feel harmless. But they're not harmless. They're traps. And if you don't know what to listen for, you'll fall right into them. You'll feel confused. You'll feel guilty. You'll start thinking you're the problem. But you're not. They are. Today, I'm going to show you the 5 questions toxic people always ask, why they're dangerous, and exactly what to say back. Once you hear these, you'll never be fooled again. Part 2. Why are you so sensitive? Picture this. Someone says something mean to you. Maybe they joke about your appearance. Maybe they make a comment that clearly crosses a line. You speak up. You say, "Hey, that hurt my feelings." And instead of apologizing, they look at you and say, "Why are you so sensitive?" Stop right there. Do you see what just happened? You told them they hurt you, and suddenly you're the problem, not them, you. This is one of the sneakiest tricks toxic people use. They shame you for having feelings. They make you feel weak, dramatic, too much. But here's the truth. Your feelings are real. If something hurts, it hurts. That's normal. When someone calls you sensitive, they're trying to shut you up. They want you to stop talking, stop complaining, stop calling them out. And it works because your brain immediately starts asking, "Am I too sensitive? Am I overreacting? Should I just toughen up?" And just like that, you're no longer focused on what they did wrong. You're focused on what's wrong with you. That's exactly what they want. Here's what you say instead. "I'm not too sensitive. You were being rude." That's it. No apology, no explaining, no shrinking. Healthy people listen. They say sorry. They adjust. Toxic people blame you for reacting. If someone calls you sensitive, trust your feelings, not their words. Part 3. Can't you take a joke? This one is brutal. Someone makes fun of you, maybe in front of other people, maybe about something you care deeply about. You feel embarrassed. You feel hurt. So you tell them to stop. They laugh. They shake their head and they say, "Can't you take a joke?" Now you're trapped. If you say no, you look serious, boring, no fun. If you say yes, they keep hurting you. Here's what's really happening. They hurt you, then they hide behind humor. But jokes are supposed to be funny for everyone. If you're not laughing, it's not a joke. It's cruelty with a smile. This question is dangerous because it flips the blame. They said something hurtful, but now the focus is on your reaction. You're the problem for not laughing. You're the one ruining the mood. Here's what you say. Jokes are supposed to be funny. That wasn't. Calm, clear, firm. Real friends don't hurt you on purpose and then blame you for feeling hurt. If someone keeps saying, "It's just a joke," pay attention. That's not friendship. That's bullying dressed up as humor. Part 4. Why do you always make things about you? This one is quiet, but incredibly damaging. You're upset. You had a bad day. Something painful happened. You open up to someone you trust. Before you even finish, they cut you off and say, "Why do you always make things about you?" Suddenly you feel selfish, guilty, wrong for speaking. This is called deflection. Toxic people use it to avoid supporting you, to avoid caring, to avoid giving anything back. They don't like when attention isn't on them. They don't like when you have needs. So they shame you for having feelings. But listen carefully. Talking about your feelings is not selfish. Asking for support is not selfish. That's what relationships are for. This question makes you feel like your problems don't matter, like you're a burden, like you're asking too much just by existing. And eventually, you stop sharing. You stop reaching out. You keep everything bottled up. That's dangerous. Here's what you say. I'm not making it about me. I'm just telling you how I feel. No apology, no shrinking. Healthy people care. They listen. Toxic people punish you for needing them. Part 5. When did I ever say that? This one will make you feel crazy. Someone promises something or says something hurtful. Later, you bring it up. They look at you and say, "When did I ever say that?" You freeze because you remember it clearly. But now they're acting confused, like it never happened, like you imagined it. This is gaslighting, and it's one of the most dangerous things a toxic person can do. Because once you doubt your own memory, they control you. You start thinking, maybe I misunderstood. Maybe I'm forgetful. Maybe I'm wrong. And if you don't trust yourself, you'll trust them instead. Here's the truth. Your memory is how you understand reality. Messing with that is psychological harm. Here's what you say. You did say that, and I remember it clearly. You don't argue. You don't prove. You stand firm. Healthy people might forget things, but they don't attack your sanity. If someone keeps denying things you know happened, protect yourself. Write things down. Trust yourself. Your reality is real. Part 6. After everything I've done for you. This one hurts the most. You finally stand up for yourself. You set a boundary. You say no. They look at you and say, "After everything I've done for you?" Now you feel guilty, ungrateful, like a bad person. But real kindness doesn't keep score. Real love doesn't come with a price tag. This is manipulation. They're using past kindness to control your present behavior. But helping you once does not give anyone permission to hurt you forever. Here's what you say. I appreciate what you've done, but I still have boundaries. Calm, respectful, firm. People who truly care about you want you to feel safe. Toxic people use guilt as a leash. That's not love, that's control. Part 7. Final truth you need to remember. Toxic people don't always look toxic. They don't shout, they don't threaten. They ask questions. Questions that confuse you. Questions that blame you. Questions that make you doubt yourself. But now you know. The next time someone asks one of these questions, pause and ask yourself, are they trying to understand me or control me? Healthy people ask questions to connect. Toxic people ask questions to manipulate. Stand your ground. Trust your feelings. Use your voice. You deserve people who lift you up, not people who make you feel guilty for having feelings. Real love doesn't play mind games. It just loves you. If this helped you, like and share it with someone who needs it. Subscribe for more breakdowns like this. And remember, you're not the problem. They are.